Pre-recorded live in front of the Bay of Tampa in beautiful Sarasota, California. California. Pre-recorded live in front of the Bay of Tampa in beautiful Sarasota, Florida. It's the Derek Luna Show. This week, a walk on the beach, plus an interview with Harrison H. Broadstreet. But now, he's gained 35 years just since moving to town. It's Derek Luna. That's right. That's correct. I'm here in front of the beautiful Bay of Tampa. I don't think they call it the Bay of Tampa, but I like calling it that way, so I'm going to say it that way. It's really early in the morning, so I'm not fully functional on sleep, and I forgot my sound recorder when I walked down here, and now the sun's in my eyes, and I mean, for being on such a beautiful beach, I sure can't find enough stuff to complain about, that's for sure. That's what I've learned about my trip to Florida, is that I'll figure out something to complain about, no matter what. So yeah, we're here in Sarasota, Florida with the World Series of Comedy. We're doing our satellite this year. Next week, we have a recording show. So I'm down here for 2 whole weeks, a week and a half. And yeah, so that's fun. We're trying to figure out how to fill some days, how to keep our sanity when we don't really know anybody. This week on the show, I stopped by Charleston, South Carolina on my way down here and got an interview with my old buddy Harrison Broadstreet. We got a chance to check in with him, one of the Chief Justices. He had moved to Charleston maybe a year ago, and just really, I've just been in touch, through phone calls and texts and stuff. So it was really good to get a chance to hang out with him, go to an open mic at his new home club, the Wits End in Charleston. And good to check in on him, good to make sure he's doing good, and he does seem to be doing great. So check out this interview with Harrison, like and subscribe, and enjoy. I'm here with Harrison Butt Stuff. Try that again. I'm here with Harrison Broadstreet.
You can call me Butt Stuff.
My good buddy Harrison Broadstreet in Charleston, South Carolina.
That is correct.
Charleston, South Carolina. It's good to see you, my friend.
It's good to be here. It's good to be in my own backyard.
In your own backyard. It's in the middle of, just to explain to you, it's in the middle of the night. We just got done with an open mic. At his new home club, the Wits End.
Wits End, Charleston.
In Charleston. In North Charleston?
North Charleston.
North Charleston. And we're sneaking back in Grandma's Boy style and raiding his mom's kitchen and hanging out on the back deck.
Eating casserole.
Eating casseroles.
Had half a bowl of casserole before we started this.
Yeah.
And
I'm waiting until we're done, but I can't wait. I took a look at it. It looks ballin'.
Yeah, I'm so excited for you. The little bit I had, it's great. Yeah, it's very good.
Before we dig in, what's your Instagram so I can pop it up on a graphic right here?
At Harrison Broadstreet. It's just my name.
Go follow my man Harrison. So you might remember him from previous seasons of the Derek Luna Show. There are tens and tens of people who watch this show. Probably just the 110s.
Dedicated.
Which is why just one set of 10s. I wouldn't put it at 20.
Yeah.
But they remember you from previous seasons. One of the Chief Justices.
Thank you.
I'm excited to see. This is like the first handful of episodes of season 3. I've had you, and I've had the other 2 knuckleheads on.
I love that
as well.
I love that. That's great. It looks like season 3 is starting off the same way as the other seasons, and I am so excited for the tens of people.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to be here talking to you. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we got to do comedy again. And
how much fun was that tonight?
It was so much fun. It was such a traditional open mic, so I'm glad we got to go through that again together.
So Harrison moved to Charleston, South Carolina, away from Springfield. All of the chief justices have moved away.
Yep.
Everybody's gone. There's nobody in Springfield anymore.
I'm just joking.
There's a thriving comedy scene in Springfield. Somebody got mad at me for saying, I don't know.
One of the tens of your fans got mad at you?
We were just joking around. And I think Corbin was making fun of the local Springfield scene.
Well, we were talking about this earlier.
I'm just like, man, take it easy, everybody. We're just messing around.
Yeah. We were talking about this earlier, and I don't... the scene, whatever. Springfield comedy scene in and of itself...
dope.
Gave me the building blocks.
Yeah.
It did the things that got me to where I am now.
Sure it did, yeah.
And the people in it are,
I say it all the time, it punches way above its weight class
as
far as a city goes.
Yeah.
For the size that Springfield is, to have as good of a comedy scene as it does, including all of the great local comics, it's way better. You can go to a lot of cities that are a lot bigger than Springfield.
Yeah.
And they don't have nearly as much good stuff going on.
Yeah.
So whoever said that, don't be mad, please. I'm sorry. I don't know why I got into that. I'm so sleep deprived right now, and we are sneaking in Grandma's Boy style. And we did do comedy tonight.
We did.
And so you moved out here for reasons you can get into later if you want.
Yeah, we'll dive in.
But I think the smartest thing you did, you found the Wits End, the local club, and the lineup at this place. Go check it out. If you're in the Charleston area, the lineup is super dope.
Yeah.
I'm checking out the flyers for everybody who's coming through. I mean, it's a huge list of great headliner comedians.
Yeah.
And you hooked up with this guy, Josh
Bates.
Josh Bates, who runs the place.
Shout out Josh Bates.
And you've gotten a spot running one of the open mic nights, hosting that and helping out at the club. And I think that's just so smart.
Yeah. No, it was kind of like it was fortuitous as well because my mom's lived out here for like 3 or 4 years now or something like that. And my buddy, my homie, Dedrick Christian Allen Flynn, came out to headline Wits End, and my mom was out here, and he had me come feature with him. So months before I moved out here, I featured here for a weekend, so I kind of like got to meet everybody and kind of just got a peek at it. And then, at the end of December, it was time to move here, and I'd already kind of had that like foot in the door a little bit. So it was really cool to just jump in. It's such a great place, like such a wonderful, like you were there. Just
room.
Dude, it's such a cool room.
Yeah.
It's such a dope atmosphere, like that game room upstairs. So people come out and they come 2 hours before showtime because they just go upstairs and they drink and they play pool or buck hunter or whatever. So it's just like, it's such a dope spot, and it's great to be involved in it so early. And just to be like, because it's exciting to be a club rat again.
Yes,
like that
club rat.
That feeling like when you first started and it's like, oh, I got to be at the club all the time. Now I'm at a new club, and that feeling's back again.
Nothing could be better for your comedy than to be a club rat.
It's
hanging around.
Dude, it's so amazing. And like you said, the lineup is so great, and the people they have coming through, and even the people that are like, even the people that might not be in the same caliber or like name recognition, they're still people, because like the guy who's booking the room gets comedy, and like he knows comics, so he's booking people that are coming through, and that like
he did a set tonight. He was super funny.
Yeah, he's great, dude. Like he books great acts, and the crowd of the area recognizes that.
Yeah.
So like there are a lot of weekends where people will come through and they will say that they don't know who the headliner is, but they know that Wits End is putting on a show.
Have a relationship with the guy who's booking
it's gonna be quality.
They trust him in his selection process. I think it's smart too, because you get so many reps whenever you're hosting that thing. So you get a chance to work on material all night long.
Yeah.
And I mean, stage time is stage time, especially when you're working out. So that's dope. And the club is awesome, for sure. Check that out. Wits End, Charleston. I'm not being paid to do this, but great spot.
It's wonderful. It is. Tonight sucked. Like it rained. Like there was like a monsoon right before the mic was getting ready to start. So
Charleston. Let's talk Charleston.
Is it just high class Alabama? That's what I texted you on the way in.
Yeah, it's
what's going on. I could be wrong. Don't be mad, South Carolina.
It's Alabama
or Alabama.
It's Alabama if they wore boat shoes and could read a little bit better.
Yeah. Where they're like, this is for a yacht club.
Yeah.
The NASCAR's the biggest in South Carolina, isn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm new here. I'm just trying to figure it out. It feels like high class Alabama.
Yeah, I don't know. It does. Like, there's like it's funny because we were talking about Missouri, and especially like Southern Missouri. People there, they're like, yeah, we're part of the South, and then like you move to the South, and you're like, oh no, like you guys, no, dude, like you guys, you're not the South. Like you
Southern
guys are
Missouri is not the South.
You're the Yankees in comparison to what I'm going here. Like I'm still trying to get on the board with grits. Like, I don't know.
I can't get down on grits.
It's a consistency thing. Dude, I'm a big breakfast guy. And, like, a lot of breakfast places around here serve, like, pimento cheese, too. That's the big... If you're a pimento cheese fan, are you not... Okay, I was going to say, because this is... Charleston, South Carolina is, like, known for pimento cheese. It's just a thing here. So...
What else in the South are you having to adjust to?
Racism? No. No, but like seriously though, like because I did have material where I talk about just black people and white people, and like it is definitely different here talking about it because there's a different weight to it here. Even white people here are like fucking stop.
They're like,
dude, we know
we don't. This isn't just a fun.
Yeah, we know. Stop talking about it. Yeah, dude. Like so
that's interesting.
But that's outside of that. The food is so much better, like, overall.
They don't think racism is as funny as everybody else does. That's your opinion?
I think so.
They're not. They just don't get the joke yet.
It's just too heavy. It's
probably for a good reason.
They're still just only a handful of generations removed.
It's probably the humidity.
It makes you mad about things.
It makes you mad about everything.
Yeah. The drivers are terrible too.
You hate the drivers.
The drivers are the worst I've ever.
Have you been to a NASCAR event yet?
When I go to the club every Monday, it feels like a NASCAR event. It's terrifying.
I'm not into NASCAR, but I would be trying to go to a NASCAR event.
I think I will just because I like sporting events and things like that. Like I think it would be like, but again,
seems
like
loud.
That's not the issue for me. If I being around the fan base and that much of the fan base for that long, that would be trying.
All right.
I love going to baseball games because I love the fan base.
Sure.
And I crush at baseball games in my immediate area, like around me. It's the best feeling.
Yeah, me too.
I'm never funnier than when I'm at a baseball game.
Yeah, I'm roasting people hard.
Oh man!
Can I say though, whenever I would go to the outfield at Dodger Stadium, those guys are hilarious.
They're amazing.
I mean, everybody there's a performer.
I was thinking about this, and I'm convinced that not just like baseball fans, but baseball players in general I think are the funniest athletes because there's so much time just like standing by yourself that you have to kind of like entertain yourself.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes in right field, I haven't touched the ball in 3 innings. I've always said
boredom breeds creativity.
I'm telling you.
And then if you're out in right field.
I've had some of the funniest interactions.
Some of those like 18 pitch at bats.
Yeah,
your mind's wandering.
You come in from a long ass inning, right? Your pitcher's walked everybody. It's been a terrible inning. It's just been going on and on. It's dragging on forever.
Yeah,
and then the right fielder comes in with the most off the wall shit that makes you break down laughing and forget about everything. The funniest thing is because it's like, oh, he's been thinking about this the whole time.
Baseball season has started. Are you excited about it? You told me you were playing on what is this? Just a local
men's league. Yep, I found a men's league.
Just crushing a men's league.
Just having a great time.
It seems like you've transported your Springfield life just out here, basically.
Yeah, I did a great job. Right, that's exactly what I'm trying to do the same exact thing in different places.
You're working at a way cool club, crushing a men's baseball league.
Yeah. It's great. This men's baseball league is so much more fun because the outfield fences are 310 feet, which are significantly shorter than the fields that I was playing on.
Crushing dingers?
Not yet. Oh, no, hold on. But the chances are much higher now than what they were when I was playing in Springfield because those were like legit. We're playing on like legit high school fields now. So I'm not saying that I will, but I think I could.
Are you going to get one of those torpedo bats?
I think I want to. I want to swing with what looks like an old Russian missile from a Bond movie.
Something they dug out of Iran that was just like, it hasn't exploded yet.
Yeah, it's called hidden bombs for a reason.
balling. Man, I've been watching ever since opening day. I wonder when I'll get bored with it. I'm driving around so much, and it's the perfect thing.
Baseball is
it's
the perfect driving.
It's meant for the radio. I swear to God.
Yep.
It's people are like, oh, it's boring to watch on TV. You shouldn't be watching it on TV.
Mm-hmm.
You should be listening to it on the radio while you do something else.
Yeah, those were some of my favorite drives. Back and forth from work back in the day was being able to listen to a Cardinals game on the radio.
Yeah,
because it's just like it is the perfect driving. You forget you're driving. You're there paying attention to the game. You're intrigued.
For all my long distance drivers, my road dog comedians, MLB app.
Listen to a baseball game.
Go download the MLB app. They have all the radio broadcasts for free.
And if you don't like baseball, find a team whose broadcaster gets drunk during the games. That's what was amazing about those Cardinals games.
Yes.
Is old boy would just get so hammered. So by the ninth inning, he's saying the most off the wall shit.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh God.
And their radio broadcast teams for everyone they're always colorful in some way.
They're so
a lot
great.
of ex-players,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of ex-writers who like wrote for like a local paper or something.
And some ex-players are really good at it.
Yeah.
Some ex-players are very bad.
Yes.
So it is if you're not a fan of like a specific team, just bounce around because some are really good. Bob Uecker was one of my favorite.
I'm really warming up to the Yankees radio people on the Yes Network. It's a guy and a lady.
Yeah.
And they're just a good team.
Yeah.
And they joke around with each other and kind of,
Baseball commentary, I think, is also one of the hardest things to do because there's
for the radio.
So much downtime.
Yeah.
Like the pitch clock has kind of gotten rid of some of the downtime because, like back in the day,
Yeah.
I mean, people, there's a minute and a
But
half
you have to
between
like
pitches.
tell stories and stuff in between.
What one guy's telling a story,
Yeah.
and then as a guy's telling a story, it's like us trying to jive with jokes, but the other guy's just trying to. And it's an 0-1 county swung. All right, back to your story. Like trying to keep the game going throughout the story.
He bounced around in the minors for.
Oh, and a swing and a miss by Johnson. Yeah, it bounced around in the minors. You said.
I like switching. Like I'll get to like the third inning, and then I'll switch to whatever the other team's broadcast is.
Yeah.
Especially if it starts to be like, if the Dodgers are winning like 10 to nothing, then it's fun to switch because then you'll hear the tone of the other team. It's like drop immediately. And also the Spanish broadcasts are on that MLB app too. And I don't speak Spanish, but man, those guys are cooking.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what I like to do. I like to get halfway through a game and then switch it to the Spanish broadcast and just see if I could keep up.
Over there.
It's so much more fun. Like, they have, their color commentary is...
When I listen to it, I'm like, I think they like baseball more than us.
They do. They 100% like baseball more than us.
Excited about it.
We're just, it's a task to us now.
They might like life more than us.
I think so.
So anyway, how'd we get talking about baseball?
Because it's great.
It's just a catch-up episode, people. Get used to it. We're catching up with old Broadstreet.
We're catching up.
So yeah, I'm traveling around. Stopped in here.
Yep, on your way to Sarasota.
Yeah, with the World Series of Comedy.
Yeah, also known as God's asshole.
See, I've never been.
I don't know. I've never been either. I have no idea.
Neither one of us has been, but Harrison's decided to talk shit on it.
It's in Florida. All of Florida, I feel like, is kind of a trash pit.
I've liked Florida every time I go.
Yeah.
But I mainly go to, like, Panama City Beach. Shout out Jason Hedden. This thing's about relationships, Harrison. We're trying to...
Yeah.
You're like, F Sarasota, F all these places.
I'm edgy, dude. They're going to like me because I'm edgy.
Yeah.
Fuck the man. And all the bookers, dude. They don't book me because I'm too edgy.
Bookers.
I'm too meta. That's why I don't get booked. They don't get me.
But yeah, it's on my list of things that I love the most about comedy is traveling around, getting to meet up with old buddies. Especially now that you skanks are all over the country.
Yeah. We're the justices might have disbanded.
Yeah.
But we're still chiefing.
Yeah, I'm just driving around listening to that, what is it, Carole King song, You're So Far Away.
Just driving back and forth between us.
Yeah, calling everybody.
But yeah, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you got to come check out that cool club. That's basically like baseball and comedy. That's what I've been doing here.
Yeah.
That's
what are your plans?
What,
what are the plans for the future? Are we gonna record something? Are we working on getting an hour long thing going?
Yeah, so
You can hear my stomach wanting that cat. Sorry.
I'm just trying to I'm at this point now where moving here and seeing comedy at a different scene in a different city from a different perspective has made me want to write more and want to hone the shit I have.
Yeah.
And I really just want to I want to be a house feature. I just think that that's always going back to my things of my checklist of things that are I want to accomplish as a comedian and people that I look up to and that have I've seen do the things or I've heard talk about it. That's one of those things, being a house feature at a club. What do you think about
it's been trendy lately that the headliner brings their own feature. What do you feel about that? Lots of clubs are talking about it's hard to get feature work for my feature guys just because everybody's bringing their own person now.
And I see both sides, and I'm with that because selfishly as a comic, I want to be one of those guys that somebody's come on the road with me.
Yeah.
That's the goal for me is I want to be a house feature and that I feature in front of a headliner who is looking for somebody to come with him.
Yeah.
And then I want to be that guy. So but I can also see
meeting the features sometimes is awesome too. Those guys turn out to be awesome comics to know and meet too.
Because they're about to either make that jump or they run shows in different cities so they can put you on shows and things like that. But I also see it from the club standpoint of I have people here that I am trying to grow a local scene and do certain things like that. And I mean, that's just a part of comedy. That's a part of the beast. So I like Wits End. I think one of the things that is special about them is they're it's a lot like what the Blue Room was before the Blue Room moved, where it was a lot of these names are either people that have just blown up or they're about to take that next step. So they're getting people that aren't necessarily
still a little bit smaller.
Yeah, and so they're not necessarily bringing in people that have the weight to throw around and be like, hey, I'm bringing a feature or hey, I'm doing this. So there's not really a lot of features that are brought with the headliners that come through.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It totally depends on the level that people are at.
So, and that's the other thing too, where it's there are a lot of opportunities for that here, and that's great for me because I know and recognize now that I'm at a spot where I need to figure out my voice better and grow that in an extended time, and that being a house feature is a great opportunity to do that.
Yeah, totally.
So I think
it's so good to have a home.
Yeah, it's great to have a home, and there's so much stuff regionally around here.
Yeah,
within 2 to 3 hours, there's a lot of work, and a lot of work that's not just club work. There's a lot of stuff that's just good shows that are put on that aren't clubs. They don't have clubs in the city or whatever.
Has a bunch of one-nighters out here.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of work to be had around here. And it's just getting into a different place. It broke me out of what I felt like it was a rut. I feel like I've written a lot of stuff since I've been out here. It's
great,
different
dude.
crowds, so it's working on stuff differently. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, so comedy's real cool again.
That's awesome. I'm pumped for you. In the next couple of months, I'm going to start bouncing some stuff off of you. I'm thinking about my next project. I've been watching too much Roy Orbison.
Ooh,
his black and white special. What if I did a black and white special?
I'm telling you, I love it. I think a black and white special is really cool. I think I've seen some that have done really cool, and I think that you're better in black and white.
I don't know what
I don't think
means
people should
exactly.
see your complexion.
Yeah, it is troubling. I have these wild tan lines from driving around for the World Series of Comedy so much.
You look pretty handsome in black and white. I'll tell you that much. It's
I need the shadows.
It contours better.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sitting down with me.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for sitting down with me.
Yeah. I'm glad I got to stop through. Thanks for letting me fucking crash on your day bed back here.
Yeah, of course. It'd be crazy for you to sleep in the car. Although it would be funny you sleeping in the car in the driveway, where it's yeah, you can park here, but don't come in.
I have a joke about this. Yeah. Sometimes there's a lovely lady in the crowd, and she's like, hey, why don't you come over to my place? You can park in my driveway, sleep in your car there. It's a lot safer than a rest area, so you got to do it.
Not when Derek Luna's there. It's not safer than a rest area.
Well, Bud, thanks for hanging with me.
I thank you for doing this, and let's go eat some casserole, huh?
Casserole.
Casserole.
Well, there it is. There it was. My interview with Harrison Broadstreet. Gosh, it's so early. My brain isn't even working yet. But yeah, thanks for checking it out. We've got a couple off days coming up here in Sarasota, Monday, Tuesday, where nobody's going to be around. I've got to figure out something to do to fill my time and put on next week's episode. Make sure you like and subscribe and tell a friend, or as I'm kind of thinking nowadays, don't tell a friend. Let's make this like a private thing, and nobody else is allowed. In fact, I don't know what you're doing here. We'll see you next week. Let's see what I figure out to do next week, right? Thanks for watching.